Jay Thomas Show, good afternoon. Welcome to the program. You got it. Well, it's that time of the year.
Sorry, doing the audio dance in here. Apologies.
That's fine.
We don't all get to be, Jay Thomas or Neil Armstrong and land on, somebody's got to be up here running the spaceship.
Oh, here we go. There it is. There it is. Oh, you want me to turn you on?
Well, not so much.
Wow.
How about my mic? That'll work.
Okay. All right, Mr. Man. All right, welcome to it. Week Hitting Friday, the Jay Thomas Show, and it's time for the annual LRC Winter Weather Outlook. And the special is brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, locally owned and operated with 3 convenient Fargo locations, and you never need an appointment. And also, Premier Building Systems of Fargo, helping farmers, ranchers, and business owners with their new all-steel buildings for over 30 years. Welcome to it. And if you got questions, as always, you can pick up the phone call anytime. My Thor Building Studio line, 701-293-9000. And Thor Buildings, they're there start to finish. Make great buildings, post-frame construction, ag, commercial, residential work. You can also email us too, studio@WDAYradionow.com. That is our Red Wing Shoes studio inbox, 3003 Main Avenue in Fargo. Teresa and crew will take care of you, man. We are in boot season, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Man, hey, the Colorado Low.
Yeah, what was the contest? Yeah, what'd you get?
We got a ton of them. Let me bring, is Lezak, is he finally here?
Yeah, Gary's here.
Oh, there he is.
So,
right
Gary,
there.
we did a contest yesterday.
What is this I did.
Well,
it's
all
my
right.
idea. No, I'm kidding. I'm depending on you guys to spread the new phrase around.
So, Jay wants to rename the Colorado Low because we've got the Manitoba Mauler, the Alberta Clipper. He wants a catchy name for the Colorado Low.
Well,
so
you got the, what is it, the hooker? Who's the hooker?
The Panhandle Hooker.
Panhandle Hooker. We're missing one. There's another one I thought, too.
Alberta Clipper, Manitoba Mauler, Saskatchewan Screamer.
There you go. So, Gary, I'm sick and tired of this because we know when we hear Colorado Low up here, we know it's usually not going to be good for us in the wintertime. So it's like, why can't we have a name for this thing instead of just calling it a Colorado Low? So tons of emails and phone calls. What do you think of Colorado Crusher?
I like that one.
I got about 4 people came up with Colorado Crusher. Gary, what do you think of that? You're a Colorado boy. His volume's not up. Hold on. Hang on. We got to get
Working on it.
Working on it? Nope. Hang on. Still can't hear him. While we're waiting for Gary, why don't you give us a forecast real quick?
Yeah, okay. So what we've got going on is, speaking of Clipper systems, we've got one that's going to be moving through the state as we head into tomorrow. For tonight, though, it's still another cold one for sure. We've got those temperatures falling through the teens this afternoon. The winds will relax a little bit as we head towards evening out of the north-northwest, 10 to 20, and then they'll go lighter overnight out of the northwest at 5 to 10. We're going to drop down to about 0 to 5 above with a few flurries or snow showers, and those will continue into Saturday morning. Not looking for much in the way of accumulation here in the FM area.
Good.
But you go out west and south, like let's say from the western third of the state through Bismarck and Wahpeton. Those areas will pick up some light measurable accumulation. And then we're cold all weekend, 10 to 15 on Saturday, 5 to 10 above on Sunday. We'll see a brief light snow event Sunday night into Monday morning. But more importantly, what I'm looking at, and we've got a train of these Clipper systems coming in here as we head Tuesday, Thursday, and another one after that. So, and this is part of the cycle where, and Gary will explain that in a little bit, but there's 2 parts to this cycle this year, where one are these train of Clipper systems, and the second part is going to be where these lows dip into Colorado and shoot off northeastward. So
those Colorado Crushers.
The Colorado Crushers. So we've got 2 parts of the LRC cycle this year, and the 2 stormy parts, and we're about ready to enter the Clipper part as we head into next week. So we're really going to add to the snowpack between Tuesday and the middle of the month.
Tuesday, how much snow are you thinking?
Boy, depending on the track of the low, there will be some areas that pick up probably 3 to 6.
Oh, okay,
in the area, and then there's another one behind that on Thursday that'll add some more to that as well.
All right. Bridget Riedel, is she joining us this afternoon as well?
She will be on at 2:30.
At 2:30, and we're still working on Gary. What's going on?
Yes, sir. We've got picture but no audio. We're working on a glitch. So.
Okay, all right.
Well, Gary could. How about he just calls in?
Yeah, for now, have him call in when you guys fix that.
Yeah,
we got to get him on.
We got him.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Gary.
Hey,
there
I think
it
it needs a new name. Colorado
Crusher.
Whatever. Why does it have to have Colorado in it? I mean,
because they always come out of. We're always told up here we got a Colorado low coming. That's what we're told up here. So
okay, that's what they tell you.
That's what they tell us.
I think it needs the Saskatchewan Screamer. No.
Oh, he loves that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these other ones have nicknames, and this Colorado low is just plain old Colorado low. It needs a nickname.
I know. It needs a better name. So
Colorado Crusher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
How about, let's see here, the Snow Apocalypse.
Oh my God! Here we go. Kill his mic.
The Dakota Snow Apocalypse.
Yeah, kill us. No, you're not getting it, man. Come on. All right.
DSA. The Dakota Snow Apocalypse is coming your way.
Okay.
And there is one coming your way in about 3 or 4 days. You're going to get 2 of them.
Yeah, but Dean was just saying, what, 3 to 6?
That's the early estimate right now.
What are you thinking, Gare?
4 to 8.
All right, let's have a contest here.
All right.
I'll just go 1 inch higher.
Right. It's only an inch. Hey, a voice here, Gary Lezak. He is the founder of the LRC, the Lezak recurring cycle, I believe.
You bet.
And we're going to go through, or you guys are going to go through what we can expect from now through what, March? Is that usually how far we go?
Yeah, we'll go through early spring. So and Gary, for anybody that's new joining us today, give a little background about yourself and how did you find this LRC cycle, and how did you kind of, I'll say, stumble across it?
Well, I definitely stumbled across it by about 40 years ago. So I grew up in Southern California, always fascinated by weather since I was about 5 years old. And I was obsessed with weather. And Dr. George Fishbeck was a meteorologist that was on TV and ABC in Southern California. And he would show when a storm system was coming into Los Angeles, these charts, these like upper level wind charts to explain how thunderstorms were going to happen and snow was going to fall. And it was going to be a stormy stretch in Southern California. And it was so exciting. And I got obsessed with that. And then you fast forward, I got my degree from the University of Oklahoma. And in 1986, I started my television career. I had a 40-year distinguished career. But 1 year into my career, something amazing happened. The Oklahoma blizzard of all blizzards happened. We had snowstorm after snowstorm, an ice storm, it snowed in November, it snowed in March, the winter of 1987, 1988. If you are watching, you can see the mural that's on my wall right over here to this day. I made that 40 years ago, 38 years ago. And you can see the snow in the upper left-hand corner in November. The one on the bottom right is in March. And then the middle ones are big snowstorms, including a trip to Lake Tahoe where I visited my dad and saw some snow. But why did a place that only gets 8 inches of snow a year suddenly have 30 inches of snow in one winter? Small for you guys, but for Oklahoma City, that's a lot. But I noticed that the weather pattern that was producing that was cycling over and over again. And then I developed my hypothesis, and now here we are 38 years later. The pattern sets up in the early fall months. January through June is the sweet spot of accuracy. So right now we're just getting there. We're just figuring out this year's pattern. And we've learned that the pattern is cycling and regularly. A lot of the farmers have been now following us and experiencing the accuracy for the last few years. I'm proud to say I've been on with you guys on the Jay Thomas Show, working with Dean for 4 years now, and it's been incredibly accurate. And so basically the pattern of cycling, I discovered it 38 years ago. And Jay, what do you think?
At first I thought you guys were all a bunch of wackadoos, but no, after the first year, because I remember, I wrote down that first year. I mean, I do every year, but that first year when I had you on Gary with Dean, the first year he was here, I really, in detail wrote everything down and kept it in my office, and I'm like, crap, man, it really works. And if I brought it up to another meteorologist at the time in the building, he said, "Get out of here with that voodoo stuff." I'm like, I'm telling you, man, this stuff is this is unbelievable. I mean, there are a couple glitches here and there, a couple days off, or a couple, miles up or down the road, but it was like, man, this is crazy. So yeah, I'm a 100% believer in it.
Yeah, and Jay, if you go back to 2014, 11 years ago, there was a Super Bowl outside in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and Roger Goodell, the NFL, commissioner, was concerned because he's having an outdoor Super Bowl in February, way up there in New York, and it was in the middle of a harsh winter, brutal cold Arctic outbreaks and snow. Well, that year set up into a 58-day cycle, roughly 57 to 58 days. We waited until January 6th or 7th, 28 days before the Super Bowl on January 8th, we publicized our forecast. Once we knew what the cycle was, we were able to get that specific. And we predicted that it would be no chance of snow and warming up into the 50s leading into the game. Okay, and it made it into New Jersey's newspaper and NJ.com now. And it made it in there, and this reporter says, chalk this one up for wishful thinking. This company thinks that it's going to be a warming into the 50s and no chance of snow. Good luck at that one. Well, what happened? Long story short, Seattle is playing Denver. The first hike is going to go over Peyton Manning's head, and Seattle was going to clobber Denver in that Super Bowl. And what happened is it ended up being 55 degrees and sunny and perfect for the game. Wow. So it can be that specific. Usually trying to get it down to the date can be done. If I did 10 of your wedding forecasts, we would be able to get 7 of them right. 3 of them might be right, but a day or 2 off, which could be impacting.
That's crazy, man. So for this past year, 2025, so we're going to 20. What was the percentage accuracy for 2025?
It depends what you're talking about. When predicting severe weather outbreaks, when the derecho and the first EF5 tornado in a dozen years happened in North Dakota. Yeah. Okay. The accuracy of us predicting those severe weather outbreaks is over 90%, including on your show. Someone called in and asked, Gary, is there a potential for a derecho? You're saying at the end of July and at the end of June. And I'm like, yes, each cycle there's a chance. In fact, there's a chart that is in our winter forecast this year that shows that tornadoes follow the cycle. You can't make it up.
No kidding.
You have tornadoes. Last year was about a 41-day cycle. Every roughly 41 days.
That's the one, Michael. Michael, right there. That's the one. Pull that in. There you go.
There it is, right there. Look at this. You can't make this up. That's one of our favorite statements about everything. You can't make it up. There's tornadoes on October 5th to 7th when the pattern was setting up. November 17th, not a lot of tornadoes, but there were tornadoes. Every one of those bars is a tornado. Okay. December 24th to 31st, including the big one, that big spike there with over 100 tornadoes on December 28th. Yes, they happened during the winter. Of course, that was in the deep south. That was in North Dakota. Mm-hmm. Then February 5th to 7th, there were tornadoes. Major deadly outbreak, March 14th to 20th. So by about February, we now know enough where we predict the March tornado outbreak, the April one, the June one, the July one, and the August one, not just 3 days, 4 days in advance like the Storm Prediction Center, but weeks to months in advance.
Oh, it's crazy.
And the accuracy is 90%.
It is that is yes, that is unbelievable. 701-293-9000 if you have questions. If you're asking for specific dates, we always do that. We'll do that at the end of the show, but if you got a question now regarding the LRC, 701-293-9000, email studio@WDAY radionow.com. From a listener, guys, a question for Gary. Do we have any idea why the cycle resets around the beginning of October? Is it related to the beginning of the autumnal? Is it autumnal equinox a week earlier in September?
Yes, it is. So somebody's been paying real close attention. I really appreciate that question. What happens astronomically in astronomy, and by the way, astronomers are the best forecasters in the world, right? They can predict exactly to the second 100 years from now when there will be an eclipse, and they will be right because the cycles above us are absolutely perfect. The Earth rotates on its axis once every 24 hours. It rotates around the sun every 365 and a quarter days. That's why we have a leap day once every 4 years. But what happens on the autumnal equinox, when fall starts on September 22nd or 23rd, the sun sets at the North Pole.
Okay.
When that happens, energy starts being transferred over the northern hemisphere. It goes dark at the North Pole after 12 days of twilight. Tonight, you might have 45 minutes, an hour of twilight, then it goes dark. At the North Pole, it's 12 days because the sun sets forever and it finally sets. And by October 6th or so, it goes dark. And that's coincidentally or not the first day of every year's pattern. So October 5th, 6th, or 7th, this year's pattern began. And Dean, we need to look at December 3rd, just 2 days ago, when I was having my first snow here in Golden, Colorado.
That was your first one?
First one.
Crazy,
Wow.
isn't it? Yeah.
The ski areas, until right now, they only have like a 4-inch to 10-inch base at Breckenridge, at Winter Park. So that's why I'm saying you can't call it the Colorado anything because nothing's hitting Colorado.
It's all coming this way.
You're in the path. We'll talk about that.
Oh,
but
no.
there is a storm coming into Colorado right now. But what happens is the pattern sets up right around October 6th. But Dean, December 3rd, October 6th, day one, you're going to be blown away, Dean.
We knew it was right around 60 days. Yeah.
So
it's close to 60 days.
Yeah.
What's that now?
We were figuring the cycle length this year was going to be close to 60 days.
Okay. And that's what it's at. It's at 60 days.
50. Well, that's 58 days.
58. Yeah.
Okay.
But in about 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to know. And by the way, all of you listening, this is top secret information, but we'll share it with you. Okay?
Not anymore. It's not. Hey, hang on here, guys. Bob, you're up on a Jay Thomas show.
Yeah, man. You're selling a snowball. Don't believe it in snowballs, Jay. Everybody out there snowballs. All these planes flying about you're selling snowballs.
What the hell? What the hell are you talking? What are you talking? Oh, okay, good. I'm not listening to
Is he at the bar?
It's the chemtrail guy.
Oh, the chemtrail guy.
Oh, here we go.
Was that the chemtrail guy?
Yeah, it was the chemtrail guy.
I've never had a call from the chemtrail.
Oh,
I guess
yeah,
I didn't recognize
and he's calling
that.
back, Bob. We don't want to hear about the damn
Hey,
chemtrails, Bob.
We love you, Bob. Hey, listen, we love you. You're Chaka. I tell you what, we'll have a forecast challenge with you. All right, we'll make a forecast for 60 days, and when this storm is coming through, okay, in about 2 or 3 days, there's going to be another one just like it about 58, 60, 62 days from now.
The one that's coming on Tuesday?
Yeah.
The one that's coming in Tuesday.
Okay.
When that comes back through, so if it's Tuesday, the what date is that? The 9th?
I believe. Hang on here. Let me look. I believe it.
Get your calendar.
Yeah, that's the 9th.
Is it the 9th?
Yep.
No.
So about 60 days later will be February the 9th. Okay, when there's another big storm coming through with 4 to 8 inches, 3 to 6 inches, and it's going right through Fargo. All right, then I want you, Bob. You just call back up and you tell us that's a snowball.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've been following this with you guys for what, 4 years? No, how many years? 4 years? 5 years?
Yeah, for almost 5 years. You didn't believe it at first.
I was like Bob. I thought it was a bunch of BS, and I followed it closely that first year, and I'm like, holy smokes, man, this is unbelievable, unreal. I mean, like I said, there's some shifting in storms. May miss us by 30 miles or whatever, but
it's there.
It's there.
It's there.
It's there. Exactly. All right, 701-293-9000. Email studio at WDAYradionow.com. Now, hurricane season this year in the United States, thank God we had a very mellow year, right, Gare?
There wasn't one system that hit the United States, not one hurricane.
What?
So
Why? Why? I mean, that's crazy.
Honestly, I'm surprised. Our forecast did include a couple that we're going to hit. And I know we've learned a little bit more. We've been the most accurate hurricane prediction using the same system for 3 years in a row. We'll probably come in about 8th or 10th place this year, which isn't bad, but over the last 4 years, it will be number one. But yeah, there was nothing in the Gulf of Mexico. However, there's an LRC. Remember, we just showed you the tornadoes that happen on cycle. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make that up. Here's another one you can't make up. There were two massive hurricanes in the Atlantic. One was Erin, a Category 5 hurricane that became a Category 5 on August the 21st, I believe, something like that. And maybe August 15th, 16th, but whatever. 42 days later was Hurricane Humberto that became a Category 5 hurricane 42 days after Erin did, and they were almost in the exact same spot. So that's another hint that the LRC is there, even in the tropics, impacting hurricanes.
All right.
However,
yeah,
still surprised nothing hit the United States, which was good news.
Well, that is good news, and I think we know why that happened. Go ahead.
My fellow Americans, it is my great honor, the greatest honor, to announce and declare complete and total victory over the 2025 hurricane season. We had 0 hurricanes in the Gulf of America ever since we made the name change. I got along very well with, you may have heard of her, Mother Nature. You may have heard of her. She's a tremendous person. I've known her for a long time, and we get along well. And I said to her, if you send any hurricanes into our country, we're going to hit you with tariffs the likes of which nobody's ever seen before. We're going to tariff those storms at 1,000, 2,000, 3,000%. And she said, sir, we're not going to send any hurricanes.
There you go. That's why I got no hurricanes.
Now we know.
Yeah, Trump threatened her with tariffs.
Wow. I knew there was something to it.
All right, guys, let's do this. Let me do a bottom of the hour break here. We got some news. I think we can find somebody around here to do weather as well. It's the LRC winter weather outlook. And this special is brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, locally owned and operated, 3 convenient Fargo locations, and you never need an appointment. Also, Premier Building Systems of Fargo, helping farmers, ranchers, and business owners with new all-steel buildings for over 30 years. I see Bridget Riedel is ready to join us as well. I see that. Questions? 701-293-9000. Emails, studio at WDAYradionow.com. So I hope Bob wrote all that stuff down.
Right.
Because Bob's going to call back in 50-some days, 60 days, go, damn. Okay. I'm with you on this one. I'm with you on it.
Well, he's
guys.
at least ready for the next episode of Stranger Things.
2:30, Jay Thomas Show. $240 Jay Thomas Show. It's the annual, or biannual, I should say, LRC special. This is the winter outlook. Of course, we'll have the spring one coming up, in the spring. Hey, looking for the ultimate spot to relax, have fun, and score unbeatable drink specials? The all-new Alibi Casino and Lounge. They're inside the Baymont Inn and Suites, South Fargo. That's where the party is. New ownership, new location, just off of University Drive and I-94. They have the longest and cheapest happy hour in town. Noon to 7 p.m. every single day. 7-hour happy hour.
Meteorologist, welcome.
Yeah, you stay away, Wysocki. Enjoy domestic beers, well drinks for just $3.50. 7 hours of happy hour. Also, a bingo every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Meat raffles every Wednesday and Thursday. You can win your dinner, man. Plus live bands and karaoke nights. Keep the music flowing, man. Grab your friends, swing by, make Alibi your go-to hangout. Great drinks, great events, and great vibe. It's all happening at the Alibi Casino and Lounge in the Baymont Inn and Suites, South Fargo. And the LRC Winter Special Outlook brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, locally owned and operated, 3 convenient Fargo locations where you never need an appointment. And Premier Building Systems of Fargo, helping farmers, ranchers, and business owners with all steel buildings for over 30 years. All right, Bridget Riedel, our ag director, joins us as well. Bob now, who called earlier about the chemtrails, Bob is now direct messaging me on Facebook. Bob, he said, they're spreading chemtrails and you're spreading their lies. No rewards in heaven for being dishonest to the people. Bob, if you don't like it, turn the damn station off. Good Lord, buddy.
So Bob, Jay, does that mean Bob is crop dusting you?
Turn my rim shot up. Come on, you earned one.
I got it up. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, you definitely earned one there. That was a good one, man. Bob, stop crop dusting me. All right, Bridget Riedel joins us. And Bridget says, Bridget, you have a question for these two from a listener?
I do. So the question is, Gary and Dean seem to favor the GFS American weather model. The reason they prefer GFS over European model or other models, have they ever looked at a skill score tracking the 7-day accuracy of these models?
And I will disagree with that off the bat. I do not favor the GFS.
That's the American model?
That's the American model.
Yeah, you're always complaining about that one.
I favor the GFS and the European, and the European now has an AI version to go along with it that they're beta testing. But Gary, what's your take? I mean, I know the GFS has gotten better. That's for sure. But I lean towards. I have found out that the European seems to be more accurate.
I'm an American. Aren't we Americans?
We are.
You have to go with the American model because we're Americans. But in all seriousness, they're close. They're close in accuracy. It depends on each year. One model is going to be favored over the other depending on how the LRC actually sets up this season. So, but I do lean a little bit towards the American model, but I also look at every single model, the Canadian model, the American model, the GFS model, which is the American model, the Euro AI, as Dean discussed, and others. And I look to see which one might be accurate. So I think it's close to 50-50 on which one's accurate at 7 days out, 10 days out. None of them are very good. When you get to 10 to 15 days, the LRC accuracy is going to be 50 to 60% on 20 days to 200 days out, whereas the European and American model are 25% accurate at 10 to 15 days out. Just so you know, we will be able to tell when and where things are happening. But I do lean slightly in the direction of the American model. So there was a storm that just came through Kansas City that the American model had, and the European model said it was not going to snow there. So it ended up snowing 3, 4, 5 inches in Kansas City. And so there you go.
And in regards to Bridget's question, have we ever done, has there been any research done to find out which one is more accurate?
Yes, the research does favor slightly the European model.
There you go. By the way, folks, you can watch us on, if you want to watch us, we're on our YouTube channel, as well as Facebook, as well. Our YouTube channel is just 970 WDAY. Same thing for Facebook. Let's see, Bruce, you're up on a Jay Thomas show. I got a question for the folks.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to ask for a clarification then I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm understanding after the previous segment, 58 to 60 days, that puts us in February 7th to the 12th, and roughly April 8th to the 13th. That's when we can expect our Colorado slobber knockers, correct?
I came up with another name, by the way.
Oh, did you?
What do you think of Snow Dakota Slammer?
Goodbye.
Snow Dakota Slammer.
Goodbye, Gary.
All right. So my question
think I
is, and
drank
Dean,
one of
I
those
sent
in
you an email on it. Is how many clipper systems between those slobber knockers can we expect, and how much precip? And I'll hang up and listen.
Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate the call.
That's a great question because there's two distinct patterns. And Michael, those are the global maps. There's two distinct. There you go, Michael. There's two distinct patterns.
Michael's like, I'm not a meteorologist. I don't know what the hell to put up.
And there's two distinct patterns. One, we're getting troughs that dig in. That's areas of low pressure out on the West Coast, where California and Arizona, that's where they're going to get their wet season. And then you're going to get that high pressure ridge that builds in on the West Coast. That's where we're going to start getting more of our clipper systems. So those are the two distinct parts of this LRC cycle this year. Right now, we're in the clipper part. So like Gary said, when these clippers start rolling in next week, so Mark, so 58 to 62 days from the 9th of December, again, that would put it right in February. That's when we'll see. But that's just the one part of the cycle. We'll have to wait for that second part of the cycle with the Colorado lows, or the more troughiness out to the west when those push to the north and east as well.
That's right. And also, you have that phase one and that phase two. Phase one has been the dominant pattern, and it definitely has got North Dakota. If I were to redraw that map, I'd put you smack down the middle of the snow because you are in that zone right now. So I have one area across Montana and one area to your south and east, but we could just include North Dakota in that. But yes, you are in this unfortunate phase, and you're right that April, depending on the cycle, we're going to narrow in on the exact cycle length, but that mid-April time frame is going to really make Jay Thomas happy because it's going to be a big snowstorm for you guys.
Stop it. God, Lord. Kevin, Fergus Falls, you're up on a Jay Thomas show.
Jay, sorry, I better turn down the radio.
That would help.
It's gonna echo. Give me 2 seconds here.
1, 2.
Okay, I got it. Okay, 3. Jay, good luck with Dean and flying out on, since we're supposed to have a Whopper on Thursday, maybe.
No.
Hopefully you and Alec will get out and have a fun time at the Steer.
Oh, yeah. We're like I said, we fly Allegiant. Allegiant will fly in a blizzard. If they have to put chains on the tires, they will and get us out of here. They don't mess around.
Like I said yesterday, Gary, their pilots, I think, were hurricane hunters in a past life.
Yeah. Yeah, so now this storm that's coming in, what is that, Tuesday, I believe, right?
We got one Tuesday, one Thursday.
What's the one on Thursday?
They're both clipper systems.
Okay, all right.
They're both clipper systems.
We're leaving
and
Friday.
And stronger ones, too.
We're leaving on Friday, though.
You should be out of here by Friday, the way it looks right now.
We leave about 1:30 Friday afternoon.
You'll get out.
How's Vegas look for a week from today, Gary?
Well, great. Right after that, about 2 weeks from now, the Western Trough, that's phase two of the weather pattern, is going to return. So California is going to get a big storm, and it's going to move into the Rockies, but that should pass through Las Vegas 2 weeks from now. So if you're there 10 days or 2 weeks from now, you may run into that.
No, we're going to be there a week from today. We leave, come back on that Monday. So
it's going to be great weather.
Awesome. Rick, Detroit Lakes, you're up on a Jay Thomas show.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi.
I have called in every year, and I've also emailed Dean. I'm a member of our Rotary Club in Detroit Lakes, and on February 7th, we have a big fishing derby out in Little Detroit Lake. So obviously, I'm very concerned about what's going to happen, like the week leading up to that, and specifically that day, Saturday, February 7th.
And I've got the calendar here in front of me, and the 5th through the 15th. That's when we start to get into the stormy part of the cycle.
Oh boy!
So the 5th. Now again, if this is off a couple days, but just figure you're right at the start of that stormy part of the LRC cycle.
And Dean, if the cycle's a little bit less than we thought just a few days ago,
Right.
that really puts that right down the middle of that.
Exactly. So
great news.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully that helps.
So what's the great news?
That you're going to get hit by a storm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not so sure it's great, but
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it. On our Facebook feed, the listener wants to know, how many storms are we going to have in December?
At least 2.
Yeah. Well, it looks. I mean, we've got these 2 or 3 clipper systems coming in next week, and then it looks like we're going to see a break, and then let me see here. I believe it was towards the end. Yeah, towards the end of December, and to ring in the new year. That's when we get into the other stormy part of the LRC cycle. Okay. So we'll see a break in between, but then towards the end of December, that's when we'll get in and we'll have to watch these Colorado lows come out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Bridget, I just got your email. Yeah, I know. We're going to be down there during the what is that? The NFR, the big rodeo.
Yeah.
Down in Vegas. We just lost Bridget.
Yes, you will. You'll be there during NFR, which is National Finals Rodeo.
Yeah, found out about that when I booked the tickets all the way back in August, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is Allegiant Airlines. How come it's $1,200 for 2 round tickets? And the gal at Allegiant goes, well, sir, the National Rodeo is going on that weekend. I'm like, oh, I see what you do. Okay. All right, 701-293-9000. I got it. If you've got a specific date, hold off on that stuff until the end of the show. Then we'll have fun with all that. Right now, though, if you have a question regarding the weather, the LRC, weather-related questions, we'll take them now. 701-293-9000, or you can email us studio@WDAYradionow.com. Randy and Holly, you're next. Jay Thomas Show.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Well, I had a question on a trip I'm taking, but I don't know if this is the right time or should I wait?
Yeah, just wait.
We're leaving.
Wait till the 4 o'clock hour, then we'll take those calls.
Yeah. 4 o'clock hour. Okay, thank you, bud.
Thanks. Yeah, you bet. No problem.
And Bridget has she had a couple of questions. Yeah. Bridget.
Yep, got another one for you guys. All right, and I really appreciate how this is well worded. With the despicable, worthless rain we had the last half of 2025, this comes from a farmer, is there any chance of a wonderful drought for the summer of 2026?
A wonderful drought. Bridget, you're the expert on the terminology there. Is there such a thing as a wonderful drought?
Yes.
There is, when you had 7 inches of rain at the end of the summer in 2025 and things were literally underwater and you lost yield. Yeah, you want to see drier weather conditions.
Okay. Well, for North Dakota, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. The southeast part of North Dakota, where you guys are located mostly, I see it as near average on precipitation. The northwestern 2/3 right now, you've been in this zone for the early spring to be potentially wet. But notice how North Dakota, as we're looking at the drought conditions as of just a few days ago, and North Dakota is in no drought, and that's probably because of what you're concerned with. So droughts are either expanding or contracting. So droughts are either expanding or contracting. This year, it is not determined yet. So let's see what happens during the winter. I think this one for you guys is not going to be expanding, which could be a problem for wet fields early. But we'll identify that getting a few weeks from now.
That's going to be helpful because we saw a lot of yield loss this year when it comes to those wet conditions. Additionally, when you see the wet conditions coupled with southern winds, we're going to see more instances of tar spot, southern rust in corn, and we saw a tremendous amount of corn rootworm activity this year, which was rather unexpected, but again contributed to by weather conditions that were favorable for them, but not for great yield.
Did you? And then was there one other one? Did you have another one, Bridget?
So far, those are the 2 I have, but I think I've got a couple more coming.
Yeah, let me go back to the phones here. Roger the Dodgers calling from Holly. Roger, Jay Thomas Show.
Hey, guys. I wrote down the predictions from the spring LRC, and it was this last summer was about 50% accurate. Can you tell me what happened?
50% accurate at more than a month out is actually really good. Believe it or not, most other prediction methods have much less accuracy than that. We will try to be more accurate than that. The model itself, just the algorithm, is about 50 to 60% accurate. Our expertise on top of that, what Dean can add to it, will increase that accuracy to 60 to 70%.
So
Okay, I appreciate it. I'll keep listening.
Yeah, you wrote it all down, Raj. What was it? Where I'm just curious. Where was it not accurate, Raj?
Yeah, beginning of July, and then in August.
Okay, what was off?
August was definitely August was definitely not off.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take out August, our accuracy was much higher. But yeah, August, the weather pattern begins to go through a slight transition as the new LRC begins. I'm not making an excuse here. We get August right, quite often. But last August really was off, not just for your region, for many areas. And so we'll try to get a better forecast for August this year. But through June into July, it's really the sweet spot of our accuracy. August and September start to transition, so sometimes it can be a little off.
Oh, thanks, Raj. Appreciate the phone call. You got it, brother. 701-293-9000. Email studio at WDAYradionow.com. Bridget, I just got your email, but I think you already answered that, right?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Okay. All right, guys, anything else before we go to the top of the hour? Sure. So
let's hit the top of the hour break, and then if you have any questions, 701-293-9000, and let's hit a little more on our ag outlook as we head into spring after the top of the hour.
Hold on here real quick. I said we're not going to take people want to know on specific dates. We'll do that at 4 o'clock hour, but I'm gonna make an exception for this person because they gotta take off here.
Okay.
I know you said 4 hour for the single days, but could you please talk about December 28th flying, going from Fargo to Atlanta to Florida?
And so, and like we said earlier, the end
planning for 9 people.
Yeah, that last week in December, first few days into the new year, we're seeing a spike in precip across our area. So that would be kind of that window of concern.
What about Florida? Because they're flying to Florida.
Okay. I don't have that in front of me. I've just got the stuff for our area. But
one thing you can do, we do have an app that's really cool. It's called the Global Predictor, and it's only $5.99 a month or $49.99 for the whole year. And you can download the Global Predictor app, and you can just click anywhere in the world and get your forecast for the next 6 months, which will cover December 28th. We'll look at that in the 4 o'clock hour. We'll call that up. But once again, that's the Global Predictor app that is available, that is powered by the LRC model, that has a good level of accuracy. So right now, as the LRC becomes established, and in fact, this Saturday night, there will be a big update on that forecast. So look for that. But we'll look at that at the 4 o'clock hour. We'll get specific on
well, the problem is they're not going to be around. They can't listen. They're going to be leaving the radio. That's why they were just making an exception for now.
Here's the thing that we can do, though. If you're leaving now, you can come back later and play all of the audio where we discuss that, too, at your leisure.
Can somebody during the break look at Florida for December 28th?
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah.
All right. If you can hang out, listener, just until we come back, we'll have an answer for Florida for you on the 28th. All right, 701-293-9000. Email studio at WDAYradionow.com. This is the LRC Winter Outlook Special, brought to you by Jiffy Lube and Premier Building Systems. More with Gary Lezak, Dean Wysocki, and Bridget Riedel when we come back. 307. That's a Zeus sales and rental time check. Feel the power of Zeus. 2 locations, Hollywood Lumber Company, Highway 10 Holly, and 12th Avenue North, Fargo. Back to the calls here in a second. Tim, you'll be first on the phones. Tim in Fargo. 701-293-9000. Email studio at WDAYradionow.com. It is our winter LRC Outlook special brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, locally owned and operated. 3 convenient Fargo locations. And you never need an appointment. Also, Premier Building Systems of Fargo, helping farmers, ranchers, and business owners with new all-steel buildings. They've been doing it for over 30 years. Gary Lezak, the founder of the LRC, the Lezak Recurring Cycle, and the Chief Meteorologist, Dean Wysocki, along with Ag Director Bridget Riedel, who we only have for a few more minutes. So if you got a question, again, if you're looking for specific dates, we do that every time we do these specials. We'll do that next hour, 4 o'clock hour. We'll open up the phones for those questions. And I got a bunch of emails already asking for specific dates, and we'll get to all those in 4 o'clock hour. But if you got just a weather question, we're taking those. Now, did you go look for Florida for this person?
I did, and we'll hit that on the 4 o'clock hour.
They're not going to be listening then.
Oh, for Florida, I didn't know Gary was going to get the Florida one. I got the national.
You get the Florida one. Tim, you're up. Jay Thomas Show.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I was wondering. A couple of years ago, and back in 2022, we had that really bad snowstorm that basically, the first time I've ever seen the whole state of North Dakota in red. And the interstate closed from Fargo all the way to Billings. We could ever see, when are we going to see something like that again? Are we ever going to see a bad snowstorm like that again? How often does that occur?
And I would say our chances this year, what year was that again? 20?
I can't believe what he said. I can't believe how you people can remember weather. I just never remember weather past.
I mean, it was 22.
22. Okay, I remember that was a nasty winter. And you know what? Any of these Colorado lows that come up. So we got 2 phases to the LRC cycle. We get hit by one of those Colorado lows. There we go. There we go, Michael. Yeah,
Crusher.
Colorado Crusher. We get hit with any of those that come out of Colorado. Those would be the ones to shut the interstate down. I see that as at least a possibility as we head into this upcoming winter. So that's something that's one part of the cycle.
Thanks, Tim.
If you look at let's say it's 60 days, okay, if it's roughly a 60-day cycle, and the western troughs have been producing, just here's an example of the LRC. Every fall we create the blueprint of what the atmosphere is going to do for the year ahead. And we had a storm October 14th that hit California. Yeah, that's early. That's already a sign that these other forecasts that use La Nina and other techniques that are just flawed, because it's not going to be a dry winter in California, because they got hit again in mid-November. So think about that cadence: mid-October, mid-November, mid-December. Okay, so roughly every 30 days on the half cycle, we start getting these systems. When that part of the pattern amplifies, and we expect it to amplify at least once or twice this season, there could be a mammoth storm developing. I'm expecting this across southern Colorado and New Mexico. It likely tracks south of you.
Good.
Okay. But if it does not, because it hit you, you got a lot of rain.
It hit us in October. Yeah.
Yeah. If that comes, if that's forced farther west, you could get really a big storm. It could be mid-January, it could be mid-February, but in that middle part of the months, watch out for one of those. So there's a chance you can get one of those bigger snowstorms this winter, an increased probability with the way the pattern is right now.
All right, down to Breckenridge. Megan, you're up on a Jay Thomas Show.
Hi, so I guess I'm kind of just a science geek. I love everything weather. And I remember that winter of 2019, 2020, it was just absolutely terrible. We had bomb cyclones. Is that something that could happen again this year as much as we're going to be active? Or kind of what's the outlook for that?
I think a bomb cyclone is just really just a very strong storm system, right? I don't like using that terminology. Yeah, but a very strong
cyclone.
storm system. Yeah.
A bomb cyclone. What's a bomb cyclone? I don't even know what to do.
How dare you?
I remember that was, a term used, and it was just so strongly. Nebraska was just flooded terribly. We got so much snow. I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be another setup like that, or what's looking like.
The one thing about the LRC is every year is unique. A unique weather pattern sets up in the fall. We just set up into a pattern that has never, ever happened before. There isn't an analog year you can look back to and say, yeah, this looks just like 1996 or whatever. It's this year. This year's the best analog. So you're getting storms coming in from the west-northwest right now. We'll have to watch for that big one. The concern is the March and April version of that could really wallop you right when you think you're ready for spring.
Because the jet stream is lifting a little further north as we head into spring, and it will mimic what we had in October more than likely. So that's why, Gary said, if we're going to get hit with that big one, it's probably going to be in the March and April time.
Okay, before I get back to the phones, Dean in Oaks, North Dakota, your next email from a listener, kind of what you guys I think are talking about. Says, hey, Jay, a couple days before Thanksgiving, we pretty much had a blizzard down here in southeast North Dakota that seemed to catch a lot of people off guard because it wasn't supposed to be that bad. When that system rolls around again, will it have the strong winds with it next time as well?
The right before Thanksgiving, let's add 60 days to that again. So November 25th, November 20th to 25th will be like January 20th to 25th. The potential increases that will return. That part of the pattern, that segment of the weather pattern will return. 100% it's going to come through. But will that system you're talking about, will that go a little bit farther south? It may, because it's the heart of winter. So we'll just have to see. But that system is going to likely be there, maybe a little farther south.
But what he was asking is, will it have the crazy winds as well with it?
Likely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now let's hit real quickly because we only have Bridget for a short while longer.
Let me grab Dean here real quick,
okay,
and then we'll get to Bridget. Dean and Oaks, you're up. Jay Thomas Show.
Hey, great show, guys.
Thanks.
Hey, Jay, it's so funny because my question has to do with the winds.
Okay.
Can the winds be predicted in this deal?
Oh, good question.
Because the winds do just as much damage as other, as other weather things too. Especially with Bridget, with the stuff coming up out of the south.
Yeah, good question, guys.
Very good question. I was actually I got asked to be a weather expert in a legal case, and there was a 60 to 65 mile per hour wind that hit and damaged that building from severe weather. So I went back and looked for October through that April when that happened, and the 6 months prior, every cycle had a high wind right around that time frame. So if the winds are really extreme, that part of the pattern is going to cycle through. So there's an increased probability that will happen again. So yes, the wind is actually predictable as well. So Bridget, I got a question for you. I have to ask you. I have a slide, and Dean, I don't know if we can call it that slide that has the dates on there.
Yeah, Michael, you just had it up there, Michael.
I tried to do my Bridget, and
thanks, Dean.
I was channeling my inner Bridget to try to figure out if I had these terms right. For dry periods, I did what you said at the beginning of the show. Planting delays, early season stress, reduced soil recharge, and increased vulnerability if dryness returns in future cycles. Do I have those terms right, or am I off?
No, you have them, but right now we are okay to have a little less moisture going into the soil profile, especially in specific areas. Western Cass County, for one, where we are wet for most of the summer, we're wet this fall. We'd like to be able to get that crop planted and in the ground with the opportunity to have it up and going before we get a significant amount of rainfall. I think you probably have a lot of folks listening that wouldn't mind the early part of April until June 1st being a little bit dry. So we could, in fact, get that crop planted because that rainfall in the early season holds us back from good germination. It can prevent or can promote rot. And we've already got wheat that's growing during that time. We'll continue to see more wheat diseases. The question that your caller from Oaks had about southerly winds, that's important because we're seeing more disease and bugs fly up on those southerly winds. And then when they get here and it's damp and it's slightly cooler, that makes an ideal condition for them to thrive. And it would be okay if with some of the bugs that we've had, like if you're talking about corn rootworm, they have an extended diapause, meaning that they may not emerge right away. They may take a year or two for that pest to emerge. If that's the case, what would be great is if we didn't have so much snowfall and we had a hard freeze and maybe kill some of those little buggers off before they try to come back. So little drier conditions for 2026 would be okay for a lot of our areas.
And Michael, pull up that the chart with the dates again as well, because I think Gary had some specific. There we go. Yeah. So we got phase 1 and phase 2, and as we see there, Gary has those dates highlighted on there. Of I believe that's when the stormier parts of the cycle, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct, Gary? I'm having a hard time reading it.
Phase 2 is when the storm is in the west. Now, This was based on a cycle length that was a little bit longer. Okay. In the last few days, we just moving everything by 3 days. So you can see how the middle of each month is when that phase 2 happens. So if you move those dates, January 15th to 25th to the 12th to the 22nd, that's when this part of the pattern, the Western Trough and California storm systems, are going to be impacting. And if I don't know if the next slide, if you have the next slide, when it over amplifies,
there we go, Michael.
There it is. There's the over amplification. I have it just south of North Dakota. That's the winter version. But the March, April version, imagine that farther north. It could be a big problem for going to possibly causing too wet conditions as you start your spring season. So that's something we'll be talking about. We do have a 50% discount. I want everyone the farmers out there will tell you that about a year in, you're going to go, oh my gosh, this is real. Weather2020.substack.com. Weather2020.substack.com. It's only $150 right now. And if you do it in the next hour, if you do become a customer, I'll comp you a lifetime subscription for that $150.
Whoa.
So just,
jeez,
I know, I just felt like it.
Santa.
But you have to do it in the next hour.
All right.
So.
Hey, Bridget, listener messaging me, wants me to ask if that drier weather would be better for her sunflower midge too.
Oh, I know exactly where she's at and what she's talking about.
That's what she said on here.
Yeah, what it would help for her sunflower midge would actually be if we had a good freeze and they died and they didn't have a good place to overwinter. But the sunflower midge, it may reduce her population, but she's not going to be able to get rid of them based on what I'm hearing from these guys today.
Oh, them damn midges. They're just nothing but trouble.
Hey, one thing I did call up that Florida forecast with that one listener. It's 73 degrees December 28th in Tampa and 81 in Miami. I'm not sure where they're going, but it looks dry.
All right, it's going to be, so for if they're still listening, that's going down to Florida. Nice weather. Corey Sabika, Jay Thomas Show.
So my question for the weather guys there is this last summer we had probably the worst severe weather outbreaks I've ever seen in my short lifetime, I guess. But every the June storms in Enderlin, it was a very tough summer to be a grain bin in North Dakota, I would say, and Minnesota with the derecho we had come through in Bemidji that pretty much wiped out every major pine tree in northern Minnesota. Did we have any kind of prediction to that? Did we see it at this time of the LRC that it could possibly be that record setting for the number of tornadoes we had, the wind events that were every couple months, every 6 months? That's my question. And do we see anything like that happening? I couldn't see it happening this next summer, but
it already looks a little calmer right now at this second, but I need a little more time for that. Right now at this time last year, would I have predicted that? Not yet. But by January, we will. And by February, we have our severe weather forecast that comes out. In fact, I'm going to be at the Tornado Chaser Symposium, big thing going on in Colorado and Denver in early February. Everyone should come and join that. But I'm going to be speaking and I'm going to present that forecast. By February or March, we did predict the potential for the big outbreak that you guys ended up having, and that EF5 tornado that happened in North Dakota, and then all that severe weather with the derecho. They happened on that 41-day cycle last year. This year, it's going to be a longer cycle. So, but we'll be able to predict that, just not this early.
Corey, appreciate it. I'm going to let you go because there's a ton of static in the background. Email Jay, I can't oh, you guys are going to love this one.
Oh, boy.
Jay, I can't remember how many days ago it was when we had a crazy heavy fog. I think it was 90 days ago. I remember you said you heard of an old wives' tale stating that there would be a significant storm exactly 90 days after a heavy, dense fog.
Was that from Rhonda, the email?
No, it's from a guy.
Okay.
I wrote that down on my calendar, and it lines up perfectly with next week's storm. And your guest might not like it, but I found it interesting. Love the show. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it, Gary.
Rhonda emailed me the same question this morning.
Okay.
And she said the same thing. This lines up 90 days after that dense fog next week.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that wasn't me that said that. I know it was said on the show, but maybe it was you or another listener. But I've always heard that the first crack of thunder you hear in the spring, exactly 6 months after that will be your first frost of the season. I always heard that growing up, never tested it to see if it was true or not. Email says, guys, I downloaded the Global Predictor. It's nearly half price if you pay annually rather than monthly, only $49.99 a year.
There you go. And when you
can't beat that.
If you get it through the website at weather2020.com, you can get your app as well. You can download the app. You can also use the exact same login for the app and our website. And the website's really cool because you can go right to the map, pan down a little bit, you'll see an example of the Global Predictor a little bit lower. I don't know if you can do that. But anyway, but yeah, you'll get the entire world. You just go around, click on Fargo, click on Rome, Italy, and you get a forecast for the next 6 months anywhere in the world.
And then when 6 months from now, it'll be updated for the following 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always 6 months ahead.
Very cool. All right, let's do this. Bridget, I know you got to rock and roll. Anything you want to leave the listeners with?
I think that at this point, it sounds to me like we are going to have some planting struggles. So let's pay attention to those. Let's think ahead about potential for fungicide and disease needs next year if we continue to see some of this wet weather continue. And Dean, this particular slide that's up right now on the live stream, let's make sure that goes on the Weather and Ag in Focus Facebook page so that folks can be seeing it there as well.
Absolutely.
You just been voluntold, buddy.
I was absolutely told that.
All right. Thanks, Bridget. How can people follow you, Bridget Riedel?
You can find me by emailing me, ag@flagfamily.com. And I've had lots of questions coming to me on Facebook and Twitter as well today.
All right. Thanks, Bridget.
See you guys.
See you, Bridget.
What do we got? 326? Yeah, 326. Let's do our break now. Get the closing grain markets. We'll come back. More with Gary Lezak, founder of the LRC, Dean Wysocki, our chief meteorologist, and the LRC Winter Outlook Special brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, locally owned and operated, 3 convenient Fargo locations. And you never need an appointment. Also, Premier Building Systems of Fargo, helping farmers, ranchers, and business owners with new all-steel buildings. They've been doing it for over 30 years. All right, more of the boys. We come back. Jay Thomas Show. Oh, we are getting you connected with the weather. See what I did there? Jay Thomas Show. Stereo MCs. Play the whole damn thing. By the way, don't worry. Monday on the program, we will be talking about the murder suspect who was let go, and then a reporter asked, "What about his other warrants?"
Yeah,
the police department at the press conference. So we don't know about other warrants. What warrants? Wow. So now he's being held because they looked into the other warrant that was out. What in the hell? I mean, honestly, we'll talk about it on Monday. Today, it's all about weather. We're doing our buy. We do twice a year, once in the winter, once in the spring. The weather outlook. This is the winter weather outlook special with founder of the LRC, Gary Lezak, also Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki. Bridget Riedel has left the room. And if you got any questions or comments, 701-293-9000. Email studio at WDAYradionow.com. After the top of the hour news, 4 o'clock, then we will get into you asking specific dates. Now, remember, this only goes out 6 months, so you can't, if you call and say, hey, September, don't have that answer for you. So keep it within a 6-month range. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, also Premier Building Systems. So I got people now messaging me, Gary and Dean, that they wrote down on their calendar back on September 12th, big fog, because of that old wives' tale that was brought up on his
90
program.
days,
90 days from that big fog, you will get, what is it, a big storm?
That's the old wives' tale.
And it's lining up because we've got a storm coming.
And when was it? When was the date? October or
September 12th.
Okay.
So the 12th, that would be 90 days. Well, technically not.
Pretty close.
December 10th is 90 days.
Yeah. Okay.
December 11th.
And December 10th, we're looking at some snow coming in. We don't know how much, right?
The 10th, that's 5 days from now.
Yeah,
that would be in between the two systems, Tuesday and Thursday. Close enough. I mean,
hold on here, hang on here, slow your roll, player. Yeah, it's about a day after, because it looks like it would be Tuesday the 9th for that first snow system.
We got one Tuesday and one Thursday.
That's pretty darn close, man. All right, Bob, quit sending me your damn chemtrail stuff, or I'm gonna block you.
We love you, Bob.
I do, Bob, but don't send me this stuff, or I'm gonna block you on all my social media accounts. I don't give a damn about chemtrails or any of that. Quit crop dusting me. All right.
Anybody talk about the shock waves from SpaceX rockets?
Oh, don't get them going, Ronnie. Come on, man. It's Friday. It's Friday. What are you doing, buddy? Looks like it's your buddy there on the couch, Gary. Have a hangover or what?
That's Rainbow. That's Rainbow the weather dog.
Oh, you just looked up, yeah.
Yeah, there's Rainbow and Sunny's there somewhere too. So I had Wendy the weather dog back in the 1990s on TV. She was on the show with me every week, and she was famous. She was on Oprah. She ended up on the Animal Planet. Yeah, Wendy the weather dog and I were on Oprah after we were on the Animal Planet channel, and then I had Stormy and then Breezy and now Sunny and Rainbow.
Wow, that's awesome. Hey, email. I know it's the special weather show, but any chance Dean could touch on this coming storm on Tuesday, debating starting the route on Sunday, because Tuesday I'm in Hankinson.
Okay, starting the route where?
I don't know.
Okay, I would say if you, avoid Tuesday.
Avoid Tuesday.
Avoid Tuesday travel around. It's much of the eastern third of the state looks to get hit by this storm on Tuesday.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I think I'm caught up. I got a ton. Here's an email that says, God save us from a drought. In Dickey County, we had 1.2 inches in June, and about the same in May after a dry winter and fall. That was followed by several days in the mid-90s in the first week in May. Rangeland needs cool and adequate precipitation in the spring unless your listeners desire higher meat prices. Blessings. Yeah, it doesn't sound like that's going to be an issue this year, right, guys?
Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, droughts are either expanding or contracting. So in the next 3 months, we will monitor the drought monitor and see if it's expanding or contracting. Right now, North Dakota is in no drought. So watching it expand would be interesting, but it's probably not going to happen. So that means the chance of drought is fairly low for North Dakota based on what we know at this moment. In fact, this next storm coming in is so strange. Remember, every year a unique weather pattern sets up in the fall and then cycles all the way through the next September. And this next storm coming in and the one that follows it, it rains in Montana and western North Dakota and changes to snow as it heads your way. It's that kind of crazy storm that's heading your way. Sort of a double storm in the next 7 days.
Unbelievable. I swear to God. If we don't
Now it was funny, Gary, because before the special is earlier in the season, Jay, had a contest of, predict the upcoming winter snowfall.
Oh, here it comes.
And I think Jay said something like 16 inches.
I'm sticking with it.
I said, you're crazy. You were
right last year.
He was right last year.
I know the year before, too.
2 in a row.
16 inches going for 3.
No way. No chance.
You're already there.
Yeah, you're almost.
We've got 4 inches on the season?
We got
4.5?
4 or 5 inches, yeah.
Speaking of which, Monday we'll do our annual snowfall contest. How much snow do you think we'll get during the season? Whoever comes closest to nailing it wins a beautiful, the full-size Blackstone flat top, along with all the accessories, courtesy of the great folks over at Ken Sox Flooring.
47. Book it.
47. Book it. Go away. Gary, what do you think?
Well, we have, I don't know if you can call up the snow forecast from our model that you guys have.
Yep.
This comes from the Weather 2020, the vision dashboard that we have for sale on our site. All farmers, I highly recommend you getting this product because it's a great weather tool. But it shows when you call up North Dakota. Now, this is just January through June, so this is additional snowfall, not including
this month,
your 16 inches you're going to have now. Okay?
Oh, stop.
It shows on the low end for your area about 32 inches more after January 1st. And on the high end, it shows as much as 45 to 50 more inches of snow. You're due. You're due for a big winter.
Oh, man, we are overdue.
Ay.
The LRC.
All right. 701-293-9000. Email studio, WDAYradionow.com. All right, what do you guys want to hit next? We got about 15 minutes before we get to the top. And then we'll start taking your calls as well on specific dates that you have.
Yeah, I've got quite a few emails on specific dates, and like you said, we'll hit that. I'll hit one of them now. We had a listener email asking about Nashville because the big NDSU championship game is in Nashville this year.
Yep.
Okay, it's outdoors. Now, there's no specific date set for it yet, though. I went online. I couldn't find a specific date for the game. It was just said it would be in early January.
Okay. But hold on. Ask our gambling guru in there. Ronnie,
well, last year it was moved to a Monday night on national television.
That's right. And everybody, I've heard he was PO'd about that.
And I believe the plan is more than likely going to be the same for this year, unless I've heard different.
Like that first week in January?
Yeah.
Okay, so according to the Global Predictor, in Nashville, and I'm just using the 3rd through the 10th. And again,
of January.
If this fluctuates a day or two, but the 3rd through the 10th, temperatures in the 40s and 50s in Nashville. And that is right smack dab in the middle of their stormy cycle.
Oh, yeah. That's an outdoor stadium, right,
It
Ronnie?
is an outdoor stadium.
It is. First Bank Stadium in Nashville, where I believe Vanderbilt University plays. Monday, January 5th, it would be 6:30 North Dakota time, 7:30 Eastern.
What's the date on that again? Sorry.
January 5th, 2026.
That's right in the middle of that stormy cycle.
All right. Well, there it is.
Pack your rain gear.
All right. What else you got?
What do you want to hit on next here, Gary? You want to hit on we already covered the snowfall totals, what we're expecting here.
Right.
Let's
look at in next hour and coming up here in the next hour, we're going to go over all of your specifics. The weather pattern is cycling according to LRC. So what we're going to do is look at the week by week analysis as we look all the way into March, April, May, as you start to approach growing season, planting and growing season. We'll look a little bit into that, Dean, and see what the pattern is lining up. We'll do that next.
Okay. And, like I said, this is, and Gary pointed this out earlier, is this year's cycle is, this year's LRC cycle is totally different than the last 2 years. Each year is different. And if you are a snow lover, our chances of a normal or above normal snowfall are pretty good this year. So this is not going to be.
Yeah, Jay is going to be wrong this year on this prediction. It's okay. 2 year streak is pretty good, Jay.
That is what it is, man.
No, but we like Bridget said, we're fine with moisture. And I think, like Gary was saying earlier, these big storms that hit out in the central and western part of the state in October, some of those might miss us in the heart of winter, but it's the back end, that March and April timeframe, when that jet stream starts to lift a little further north and is a little more in line with kind of what we had in October. That's what we're worried about then. Those could be the big ones that produce a lot of moisture throughout the state.
Guys, could this be another 96, 97 winter? No, that was, what was that,
horrible.
117 inches?
Yeah.
I believe that's what it was. Of course, then we had the
it definitely doesn't look like that. Okay. It does, like even the winter with the mural that you just saw here from 1987, 1988, it just isn't going to be that kind of winter. You're not going to have, you're not in the sweet spot for a massive snow, but still 60 inches is 65, 70 inches is not out of the question.
Wait, what? Did you say 75?
On the high end.
I didn't say 75. I said 70.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait, what's 5 inches between friends? Oh, come on, dude. I don't want one of these winters
that's
where
on the high end.
I can't remember. It's probably 5, 6, I can't remember how many years ago. I never liked to travel. I hated it. I just never traveled. Alex and I never went on trips anywhere, never did any of that stuff. And that winter, it was so bad. I swear I was snow blowing every other day. Wow. I'm like, that's it. You know what? I'm going to spend the money. We're getting the hell out of here. We're going to Florida. I couldn't take it anymore.
Gary, I got a question from one of our listeners just emailed to me. He said, I follow the LRC. You guys are accurate. He said there's no way around it. He said, why aren't other meteorologists catching on and using this vital information? Or he said, why aren't some of these major companies using the LRC to possibly help save money, like our ag community does when they subscribe to your service? So why aren't explain that, Gary? Why aren't other meteorologists gravitating towards the LRC and learning how to use it?
Because it scares the hell out of them, honestly.
Yeah, look at the puzzle. Put that puzzle back up there. The LRC is the centerpiece of the big atmospheric jigsaw. There are these corner pieces that others use: La Nina, El Nino, which is ENSO, the El Nino Southern Oscillation. And then you have Arctic Oscillation, the North Atlantic Oscillation. Those are the fringe pieces others use. In October and November, when California was already getting blasted and hit by these storm systems, we already knew that California is not going to have a dry winter. But the other forecasts, because all they have is La Nina, they don't have that centerpiece. They were predicting very dry weather in California. An article even came out in the LA Times today about that. So they're not using the middle piece. Why not? Why aren't they using the LRC? They don't know that this pattern is cycling unless they follow us. Again, if you go to weather2020.substack.com, you will learn about it in the next year. We have that 50% discount. I don't want to make this an infomercial. It's not. I really want to share this information with you and businesses out there. But if you are an ag-centered business and a weather-centered business, then contact us at Weather 2020, and we'll be able to help you with insights. But the other meteorologists don't. There's Sonny, the weather dog, behind me.
Does he got headphones on? Oh, those are his ears. It looked like he had damn headphones on.
She's got big ears. So, what do I? But but anyway, the other meteorologists haven't. There's meteorologists that are starting to use it around the nation. There are, but it's new. There's not a lot to read about it. Yes, I have one paper that has been published, a peer-reviewed paper. Jerome Namias, back in the 1940s, wrote 200 papers, a few of which was addressing this, but he never quite understood that the weather pattern was cycling. The whole pattern was repeating over and over again. So there's a predictability to it. And for agriculture and for other weather-centered business like natural gas and energy traders, the highest skill is January through June. So that's when we can provide you some quite some great insight. Our model is accurate, but our insights on top of it are off the chart. That's how we can predict 90% accuracy on severe weather outbreaks. And when winter storms are going to strike North Dakota this winter, we will be close to 90% accurate. Now, exactly how much snow in each one, that's less accurate, as you can imagine.
Okay, now I have a question. We have a lot of people that, they get the winter fatigue and they go somewhere south, and there's nothing worse than getting on the bird, going somewhere for vacation, getting out of here, and the weather's just crap. So the question I have for you guys is, for this winter, where would probably be the safest place down south to go where you're going to have warm, nice weather? Is it the desert Southwest? Is it the Florida area? Where is it? Texas? Where is it like you're going to have the best chance of not having to worry about bad or cold weather, I should say?
And I think it depends which part of the cycle we're in, because there's one part of the cycle, and Michael, if you can pull up that global part, the two phases of the LRC cycle right there. Go back one there, Michael. Right there, when phase one is in effect, bingo. I mean, look at desert Southwest, Arizona, perfect
Right
timing.
now.
Yeah, right now. And again, so that will cycle back in again, roughly 60 days. Florida's in a pretty sweet spot too. Michael, go to phase two, and Florida is still in a pretty decent spot. So if you're going to Arizona, you better make sure it's in phase one of the LRC cycle, but even phase 1 and 2 in Florida look pretty darn good this year.
Okay.
I plan my vacations, Jay. I plan my vacations based on it because I don't like to miss snowstorms. I like to be here for them. Every single snowflake. I love snow so much. I grew up in Los Angeles. I think that's why.
Yeah.
However, if there's a chance of snow and I could see it on the LRC the first week of March, I will not plan a trip. I'm not going to leave and miss a snowstorm. That's me.
Wow.
The exact opposite for you.
Yeah, exactly. Snow's coming. I'm getting on a plane and getting out of here. Let's see. I think I'm caught up on. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm caught up on. Well, I'm not caught up on emails because we got a lot of people asking about specific dates, but I'm caught up on the questions, I believe. Hey, the all-new Coral Laundromat is open. Wash, dry, fold. Now offering pickup and drop-off for businesses, uniforms, drop cloths, bar rigs, mops, towels. They have same-day service for your home, snow gear, comforters, mattress pads, all the way up to California King bedding sets. You motorheads, you got those grease-covered clothes, shop rigs, buffing pads. They can handle all that. They have 80-pound washing machine capacity. And even if you got a dirty job, diesel clothes, all that stuff, they can handle it as well. If you don't want to mess with this stuff, you can just drop it off, and they'll take care of it for you. Multiple pay options, coin, Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit and debit card, and the new Pay Range app, large folding tables, food, beverage, vending machines, flat screen TVs, even a fireplace, children's play area. Open 7 days a week and staffed with an attendee. Self-serve or drop-off with a drive-up window. Coral Laundromat, 3620 Veterans Boulevard, Fargo. Log on to corallaundromat.com and check them out on Facebook. I was going to go to Jerry. How come these calls keep dropping off? The hell's going on with that line?
I do not know.
Okay.
All right. Well, before
callers, we're not hanging up. For some reason, the calls come in and then they keep dropping off.
Before we go to break, we do have something coming up in January, and Brad in our sales department wanted me to mention this. In January, we're going to have the first ever WDAY LRC Weather Pocket Calendar. It's a fold-out calendar, kind of like the Red Hawks schedule calendar. It's going to fold out, and you can put it in your wallet. It'll outline the LRC weather forecast from January through May. We'll highlight the long-range outlook using the LRC throughout the winter and spring, giving specific dates when these storms will be coming. So in case you missed the special today, you'll be able to pick up that calendar in January. It'll help with spring planning, vacations, all that, and it's all brought to us by Red Wing Shoes, Glass Doctor Auto, Custom Truck and Auto Shine, American Legion Moorhead, Coral Laundromat, Vic's Bar and Grill in Moorhead, A&R Bar in Hillsboro, and Remax Realty, Tom Clouseau.
Get you some of that.
Yeah, that'll be in January.
Jerry, J. Thomas Show.
Yeah, I got a kind of an emergency question for you. I got in-laws coming into South Dakota for Christmas tomorrow, but we're not planning on going down until next weekend. Am I going to be screwed if I wait till next weekend, or should I head out tonight?
Where's he going?
Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls. Well, Jerry, you gotta get a different phone, dude.
Jerry, the 168 hour, which is 7 days from now, just came out, and it's pretty cold, but it's dry. So on Friday and Saturday, right now, the latest data has a cold air mass, but dry for your trip. So I think you'll be fine on travel for next weekend.
Thank you, sir. That's all I needed to know.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. All right, let's do some news and weather. We'll check in with Valley News Live, find out what's coming up on the news tonight, and then we'll open up the phone lines at 701-293-9000 for you folks that have specific dates. Now, remember, don't call and say, hey, in June. No, 6 months out, right?
Correct.
So,
yeah.
We can go out farther. The weather vision dashboard goes a year ahead. So we can look out through next September if you really want something, but it may take me an extra minute to figure that out.
Okay. All right. So now is your opportunity. Hey, I'm going here. I got this, whatever. Now we'll do the specific date thing for you listeners. 701-293-9000. Or you can email us studio at WDAYradionow.com. The LRC Winter Outlook Special brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo and Premier Building Systems of Fargo. I want it done right, Dean. Going to check in with Devin Fry, Valley News Live, after we listen to a little. Here's the Chris Cornell.
We've got a whole line of calls waiting.
Oh, yeah. Boy, ain't that the truth.
This is Gary's ringtone.
Is it just me or does Gary look like meteorologist Russ Thomas?
He does look like Russ.
Why didn't we bring Russ in on this?
Because he's got to work.
Turn that up, Ronnie. What the hell you doing, man? Come on, man. Okay, PetroServe USA helping America fuel better. December specials, $5 off all Zippo lighters. And man, do they have a selection of Zippos over at PetroServe. Also, 17-ounce beef sticks, pepperoni, Old Trapper, $15.99. Blankets, all blankets are $5 off. They got those nice plush ones. Grab one, throw it in your vehicle winter survival kit because sounds, according to these two knotheads that I'm hanging out with today, we're going to have 70 inches of snow possibly this winter. Man, make sure you get over to Red Wing shoes as well and boots. What else they got on special over there? Fueled by Nature, 1 liter bottles of Ice Mountain water, just 79 cents. And how about this? 4 Roma pizzas, probably the best frozen pizza on the planet. Yeah, I said it. 4 of them for $10. PetroServe USA, there's one near you. All right, before we get to all the calls here, the phone lines are full. Let's head over to Valley News Live and Devin Fry. What the hell happened today at that press conference? Holy smokes.
I was going to say, I bet you can't guess what we're talking about today. We could make a 30-minute special off of what's gone on with the Tyreek Jones saga today. But, that's obviously the focal point of our coverage. He was being released this morning. We had the press conference. Just got announced that he's going to stay in custody because of warrants. It's an interesting situation to say the least.
Well, what was interesting on that was that I don't know who the reporter was from what news outlet asked about his outstanding warrant or warrants, and they had no idea.
Yep, and that we have that. It's obviously a big focal point of our coverage, but even on our web story that we have up on Tyreek Jones staying in custody. They asked during the first question from the press conference was, well, why is he being released? He still has these felony warrants. And the quote from Captain Matt Christensen was, quote, he doesn't know that Jones has any current warrants out for his arrest that he was aware of. And then when the reporter just said court records show that he does, Christensen said that he'd have to look into that and that it was new information to him. So it appears that the terrorizing warrants from back in, I believe, July 1st, those warrants were issued. Those seem to have slipped through the cracks entirely. And now Tyreek Jones is staying in custody. I couldn't imagine the phone call between FPD and Hennepin County Jail. Multiple phone calls this morning, but it's a very fluid, weird situation. I talked to our reporters on scene right after the press conference, just kind of about what the vibe was like. They'd never seen anything like it. We've never really experienced anything like this.
Yeah, what did the chief have to say about all of it?
Well, that's a good question. He wasn't there.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Dave Zabolski was noticeably absent, as he was from the earlier press conference this week. Our reporter, Anna Ballweber, did ask where he was, and we did not get an answer for that. Anna asked where Dave Zabolski has been during these proceedings, and they swooped in to basically just say that he is aware of everything going on without answering where he is.
There
that's
you go.
A big question mark right now.
There you go. Okay, quickly, what else you got?
Oh, man, I've been so focused on Tyreek. We have a look at the weekend weather, what we can have an ice rescue up on Lake of the Woods. We have some video from that. People already trying to get out on the ice. Please be safe when you're going out there. Maybe give it a few minutes here before you give it a shot. And then one of our reporters, this is a very interesting story. They're following up with the family of the man who was killed in an officer-involved shooting up in Cass County. We had Minnesota. We had the body cam video of that earlier this week, but there's missing body camera video, or non-existent, I should say, body camera video. The officer who actually initiated the stop and ended up chasing the suspect, the officer got hit when shots were exchanged. His body camera either wasn't on or didn't work, but we do not have that portion of the body camera. And so we're talking to the victim's family, or the man's family who was killed in this officer-involved shooting, just about what their thoughts are, as we have these kind of big question marks from it.
Yeah, definitely. All that more tonight, 5:30 and 6 here on 970 WDAY radios. We've now teamed up with Valley News Live. You can also catch it on TV. Those same times, Channel 11 and Channel 4, and they're back on TV at 9 and 10. Devin, have a great weekend, buddy. Appreciate it.
You as well, Jay. Thank you.
You got it, man. And the Valley News Live Roundup brought to you by Warehouse Wonders. You'll find them in the Industrial Park in Moorhead. Their Cyber Week sale is still going on. You can save a ton of money on top of the 50% off everything in the warehouse. New shipments basically arriving daily, and they're open 7 days a week from 9 to 6. Warehouse Wonders. I love that place. All right, boys, you ready to take some calls from people?
Let's go.
All right, let's rock and roll here, and we start off with Colleen in Moorhead. Hey, Colleen, you're up on the Jay Thomas Show.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm calling to ask if there's going to be any spring blizzards on April 10th. I'm going to be traveling to Minneapolis for a concert.
What concert are you going to?
Morgan Wallen.
Oh, I'd love to see Morgan. I saw him when he was here with Jason Aldean. He was just starting. Didn't have anything really for hits. I would love to see him again. Nice. What do we got there, Dino?
What I'm looking at, and this is for just the Midwest, not specifically for just Fargo, but April, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We dip down with very little stormy activity until around the 11th and 12th time frame. And again, so this is, if this is a day off or so, but very quiet weather right before the 10th, and then right around that 11th and 12th time frame, storm chances do increase. Not great, but they definitely do pick up.
Indeed, I'm looking at the global predictor, and for Minneapolis, just let you know, for Minneapolis, it's no rain on the 10th, but 42 degrees, so a little cool.
A little cool. It'll be nice by then.
Yeah, no kidding.
42 will feel good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Thanks, Colleen. Appreciate it. Oh, Dean, your Old Farmer's Almanac just fell off the counter there. Hey, if you've been trying to get through, I got an open line now at 293-9000. Joy in West Fargo, you're up, Jay Thomas Show.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm wondering about driving to Rapid City on the 23rd of December, coming back on that Sunday, 28th, I think.
Ooh, what do you go? Oh, isn't that like the bad? Oh boy.
Yeah, that tail end of December into the first of the year. That's part of that. That's part of the stormy part of the cycle. That's a good graphic there, Michael. What are you seeing on your end there, Gare?
In Rapid City on the 23rd of December, it has a little bit of a warm up. It has 43 degrees there. It's 28 the week before on December 16th. But on the 23rd, 24th, going into Christmas, we're looking at 40s. And it doesn't show the storm those days, but by the 26th, it has a storm there. But remember that it could be 2 or 3 days earlier. So,
yeah, that tail end of December going into that first few days of the ring in the new year. Those could be a little rough.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Joy. Out to Holly, Randy, you're up. Jay Thomas Show.
Yeah, we're jumping in the motorhome tomorrow or on Sunday, heading down to Florida.
You suck.
Wondering what the trip will be. You know, I know there's a blizzard coming here this week, but it's going to take us a week. We're taking a week to get down there. You know, South Dakota, Kansas City to St. Louis, down in Nashville, and then in Florida. And that midsection all next week.
Yeah, leaving Sunday. Then
leaving this Sunday?
Yeah.
This Sunday.
And how long are you taking to get down there? You said a week?
Yep, all next week. We're going to be Miramar Beach by the end of the week, Friday.
The good thing is you'll be out ahead of these bigger clipper systems. You might hit something in Illinois. Let's see, if you're leaving Sunday, how far are you driving each day? Like a couple?
About 300, maybe 400 miles a day.
So by that Tuesday, that'd put you outside of Chicago.
Yeah, and we're taking 29 south and straight.
Oh, and then straight over. Okay,
good.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go. Yeah.
If you get down I-29 south of Omaha, all the way down, you're going to be south of this storm track.
Yeah.
So if you can get down there by Tuesday, you're going to be ahead. You'll be in pretty good travel conditions all the way to Florida.
Yeah, we'll be beyond Omaha and into Missouri.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as you're not going through the Chicago area, yeah, that's good.
Yep. How about the 15th of January when we come back through that track?
Let me look at the global predictor. The global predictor, 15th of January, coming back.
It looks stormy up here mid January. That's what I'm seeing, Gary.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Mid-January is when the big storm is forecast to form over the west. So that means you're probably going to have a really warm stretch in Florida in the first half of January, and then you'll be coming back towards the storm track on your way back. So we'll just have to see the timing of that.
Okay. I'll have to watch it, maybe stay down there longer.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, whatever. Thanks, Randy. Yeah. Thanks a lot, pal.
Brought by your local Florida Hooters. Yeah.
Nobody goes to Hooters anymore.
They do in the South.
No. I don't. The Hooters just isn't a thing anymore. Even down south, it's not. Steven Wabin, you're up. Jay Thomas Show.
Yeah, I was looking to go to Denver, January 16th through the 19th.
Are you driving or flying?
Flying.
Well, like we said, mid-January, that's a sweet spot for between here and Denver, right, Gary? And if for a big storm.
In Denver, the global predictor has it dry that day, and it has a high temperature of 50 degrees. But what's happening here in Colorado, Denver had its second latest first snow ever in 150 years, and there's only been one snow so far. The ski area is only 40% of average on snowfall right now, so they're real low. And this trend is likely to continue. But yes, as Dean said, mid-January, that big storm is forecast to develop based on the LRC. The weather pattern is going to cycle back through and produce a significant storm in California. That usually means much warmer ahead of it in Colorado, but as it moves by, there could be one day of significant snow. So we'll try to time that out for you. Just know that that's what's in the plan for mid-January.
Steve, appreciate the phone call. 701-293-9000. You got a specific date or dates that you want to get weather info on? We're doing that now for the rest of the program. It's the LRC Winter Special Outlook, brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, locally owned, operated, 3 convenient Fargo locations, and you never need an appointment. Premier Building Systems of Fargo, helping farmers, ranchers, and business owners with a new all-steel buildings. We've been doing it for over 30 years. Down to Breckenridge, Marlis, you're up on a Jay Thomas Show.
Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey, good afternoon.
I'm wondering about dates from 21st to the 27th. I have family coming up from St. Louis, Missouri, and also Minneapolis about the 21st and going home on the 27th. And I'm kind of wondering about the week in between, the 24th and 25th.
Are you you're talking this month? This month?
Yeah, December, yes.
Okay. And let's see here. We're just starting to get back into that stormy period as we head towards the at least here in Fargo, towards Christmas. I think from St. Louis, leaving from St. Louis, I think everything's going to be all right. But as you get closer to here towards Christmas, and shortly after that, it's at Christmas or shortly after Christmas time frame through just after the first of the year. That's when we're getting into that stormy part of the LRC cycle.
Yeah, and Dean, the weather pattern. Yeah, sorry, the weather pattern is cycling regularly. So we look back at, we believe the cycle is close to 2 months, so 60 days, roughly 58, 60 days. We're not exactly sure yet, but I look back at October 24th to 27th, and then we project 2 months forward to December 24th to 27th. There is a major storm coming into the western states that transitions into a big storm that dives down to Missouri and Arkansas. So if you're ahead of that storm, you're going to be fine. But if that timing is 1 or 2 days different, it could be close to Christmas.
Well, that isn't what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
I know. Let's just hope it's a little bit slower, and it may be. And then you'll be ahead of it, and you'll be able to do all your traveling before that happens.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not the one that's going to be traveling.
Oh.
But anyway, I thank you so much, and thanks for doing this. It really helps out in pre-planning.
Thank you, Marlis. Appreciate the phone call. 701-293-9000. Greg, West Fargo, Jay Thomas Show.
Good day, gentlemen.
Hey.
Okay, I got 3 dates for you. You just answered one of them for around New Year's Eve. We were going to go down to Minneapolis, and it sounds like we got a storm in the area.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yep.
Okay. The other one is the end of January, around the 29th.
In Minneapolis?
Nope, heading up towards Devil's Lake.
Okay.
So Fargo to Devil's Lake?
Yeah.
Gary, you want to take that one, or?
The global predictor has 21 degrees at Fargo, a little bit colder at Devil's Lake, and precipitation-wise, it does have snow on the 17th and maybe the 22nd. So, but definitely very cold during that stretch.
Okay. Greg, appreciate the phone call. Karen, West Fargo, Jay Thomas Show.
Hey, question about heading out of Fargo, maybe about the 27th of February, returning by the 5th of March. What's it look like from Fargo to Hilton Head, South Carolina?
You flying or driving?
Yeah.
Flying.
Okay.
What are the dates again?
27th? You said the 27th, leaving and coming back the 5th of March?
Yeah, sometime around that. Mm-hmm.
All right. Early March looks very stormy around here.
Of course.
Yeah, early, like the first, second, third, fourth, right around that time frame. There's going to be a big storm. It looks like there's a big spike in precip right in those first few days of March, and leaving the 27th. What do you have on the global predictor there, Gary? It looks like, according to the chart I'm looking at, looks like again a chance for a system coming through here right about the 25th, 26th.
Yeah, the global predictor shows it on the 27th, but remember, I think it's 3 days off. It's going to end up being on the 24th, so that might be good news. And then in Hilton Head,
what's it gonna be like there?
It has on the 27th 60 degrees for a high, and into the first week of March, it warms up to 67 degrees on March 1st. So that's pretty good. And any precipitation, some rain on the 27th, and then dry on the 28th. That was March. Dry on March 1st, 2nd, and maybe some rain on the 3rd.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, exactly. Have fun.
Looks good.
Thanks, Karen. Appreciate it. Doug, Fargo, Jay Thomas Show.
Hey, I got two questions. One is Florida from the 1st of February to the 8th. And the second is we always haul our bikes to either Arizona or Texas the 3rd week of March. Which is warmer?
Ooh, Florida.
More than likely.
Florida's
yeah.
in the 70s.
Or no,
What are the dates in
Arizona
February
or
again?
Texas.
Yeah, hold on, Doug. Okay, say it again, Doug.
What are the dates in February?
All right, I'm going to put
February.
Doug on. Hold on. I'm putting Doug on hold because something's wrong with his phone.
Okay.
Ronnie, talk to him. Tell him to move or something. Jerry, J. Thomas Show.
Yeah, nobody's really thinking about Bison football January 5th.
I already brought it up, but we'll hit it again.
Yep.
Hit it again for
you
Jerry.
did.
Break Jerry's heart. Hold on. Here we go, Jerry.
In Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yep. So the 3rd through the 10th in Nashville looks stormy with temperatures in the 40s and 50s. So again, if it's off a couple days, you might be okay, but that 3rd through the 10th time frame in Nashville looks pretty wet.
Yeah, it's just stormy doesn't mean snow, though, correct?
No, 40s and 50s. No. Yeah.
Yeah, 3rd through the 10th, it has rain.
How about up here, though?
Oh, so in Nashville, 7
Hold
out of 10
on.
days.
One guy at a time. All right.
Sorry. In Nashville, 7 out of 10 days has rain then, but in Fargo, what do you think, Dean?
The 3rd through the 10th. 3rd, it looks quieter. We do the 5th through the 15th. That's when things start to pick up here with some more stormier weather. The 5th through the 15th around here.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
You got it. Appreciate the phone call, Jerry, 701-293. All right, let's try Doug again before we go to the news here, bottom of the hour. All right, Doug, let's try you again there, buddy. Go ahead. Give it a shot.
Okay, how about the 1st through the 8th in Reddington Beach, Florida?
1st through the 8th of what month? Would that be January?
Oh, I'm sorry, February.
Okay, February 1 through 8th in where in Florida?
Reddington Beach.
Reddington Beach. Ooh, that's a nice area.
By Clearwater.
Yep. Hold on.
Okay.
They're looking it up.
We're looking here.
I think Rainbow's gonna help you there.
Looks like Rainbow's going to do something else.
Clearwater has near 70 degrees each day and dry for the first 10 days of January. And what was the second date?
Second date, Doug.
Well, the 1st through the 8th of February is when we go there to Florida.
Oh.
And the second date is the 15th, the week of the 15th in March. We always haul our motorcycles to either Arizona or Texas, and which one will be better weather?
All right, mid-March. Which one's? Yeah, mid-March.
15th to the 18th sorry, Jay, 80s in Arizona. 80s in Arizona. And in Florida during that stretch.
No, Texas.
Oh, in Texas? Also 70s. It's a warm stretch.
There you go. Either one's going to work for you, Doug. Appreciate the phone call. WDAY time, 4:30. A couple Gregs hanging in the wings there. You guys hang on. We got to do some news and weather. And then we're going to... Damn, apple went down the wrong bite. Maybe I shouldn't be eating on the air.
We can do the snowfall contest today, or are we going to do that
Monday?
You want to do that Monday?
Yeah,
All
we
right.
don't have time to do it today. Monday. We'll get through. We'll burn through all these emails. There's a lot of them. 701-293-9000. Email studio at WDAYradionow.com. This is the LRC Winter Outlook Special. Perfect, Ronnie. Perfect. All right, it's 4:40. Jay Thomas Show, the Winter Weather Outlook, the LRC special, brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, locally owned and operated with 3 convenient Fargo locations, and you never need an appointment. Premier Building Systems of Fargo, helping farmers, ranchers, and business owners with new all-steel buildings. They've been doing it for over 30 years. Look, so here's the deal. We got a bunch of phone calls to get to. So all you people that have emailed me this afternoon, I have forwarded all those emails to Dean Whyright at Wysocki. And he will respond to you through email, not today because he's got to get out of here. He needs a beer like I do, really bad.
I'll get that on Monday.
So Monday he will respond. So again, Dean will respond to all your emails.
Yes.
All of them. A lot of them.
That's how many? What are we looking at?
Too
many, huh?
About 90.
Whoa! All right, we'll take care. It's gonna be a long day for me on Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, you might want to actually come in early.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's get back to the phone calls. Let's see. Looks like Greg's been waiting forever. Hey, Greg, you're up on a Jay Thomas Show.
Hi, this is Greg.
Yeah, you're up. Go ahead.
I tried to log in when Gary said he'd give that lifetime membership for $150.
Sure.
I tried to log in as a new member, and the website's not cooperating with me.
We probably
maybe I didn't
Did you
remember
go to?
my password when it.
Okay, go on.
Did you put in your email? Did you put in your email out in there?
Yeah, I went into that weather2020.com. I put my email in there, and then I put my password in, and then I went to a portion where it's highlighted to go into an account or set up account, and when I clicked on that highlighted portion, it asked me to put my email in again and password, and when I did that, it said, let me tell you what it said. Provided information is not accurate or something like that. So I set another password and it sent me a code, and now it's telling me that the code's not any good.
Right, here's what you need to do. I think you went to the wrong site. Go to Weather 2020. So write that down, Weather 2020.
2020.
2020.substack.com. Weather2020.substack.com. So it's not weather2020.com. You can get our other products there, but this one is weather2020.substack.com. You join there, and when you put in your $150 for the entire year, I'll get you that lifetime subscription.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. If it doesn't work, get a hold of us. All right, let's see. Who do we go to next? Brent. Hey, Brent, you're up on the Jay Thomas Show.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Going to Clearwater Beach.
God, you guys are killing me.
January 13th through the 18th.
Flying or driving?
Flying.
Nobody drives to Florida, Dean. People want to get on a bird and get their asses down there and toes in the sand, man.
I hear you.
Exactly.
Gary, you want to take that one?
Yeah.
He's looking it up there.
January 13th to 17th?
13th through the 18th, yes.
Okay. On the Global Predictor, and that's one you can get through weather2020.com. January 13th is 67 degrees in Clearwater, and it drops to 64 degrees by the 18th, and it has rain around the 13th and the 17th. So you have 2 days with a chance of rain, 3 days with no rain.
All good getting out of and getting back into Fargo?
That's where you have a problem.
Yeah, that's one of the stormier parts.
I was going to say I'll see you down there, buddy, but no, forget it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I remember. I got to tell you the story. I can't remember. maybe 3 years ago, anytime Alex and we always go to St. Pete's Beach, Serrata, and always come in and talk to Dean. Hey, Dean, give me the weather. And I remember that year, we always go down in March, and he said, "Yeah, it looks good, except you're going to have your first couple days. It's going to be rain, and in one of those days, it's going to be a lot of rain." I'm like, great, whatever. I kid you not, the day that it was a lot of rain, I have never in my life seen rain come down like that.
Sideways?
It was just literally straight down. I've never seen rain that much rain come out of the sky in my life. And I'm like, damn, Dean was dead on. And it was the forecast you gave was dead on. The first day, got down there, little iffies, hit miss rain. And that second day, that second day, pow, man, it just nailed us.
That's the accuracy of the LRC.
That was crazy.
That's a perfect example.
Hey,
loved it.
Bonnie, you're up on a Jay Thomas show.
Hi. I was wondering about March 15th through the 21st here in Fargo.
15th through the 21st.
What do you got going on?
Family coming to town.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least it's not in the very start of March. That's real stormy. And then it's very stormy again the last towards the very tail end of March. The middle of March, I don't see anything big. Do you, Gary? There is a little spike there right around that 15th time frame.
Well, because we're reducing the cycle by a couple of days.
Right.
It's got the cold outbreak is around the 11th to the 13th. Then it warms up in Fargo to 50s that week.
Wow.
So I think you're good. You're good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Doug in Moorhead. Hey, Doug, Jay Thomas Show.
Hi. Hey, we're driving down to Tucson. We're leaving the day after Christmas. So we're headed south to Kansas through New Mexico and on to Tucson.
Okay. And when are you leaving?
Day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas.
Okay. What do you got there, Mr. Lezak?
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Can I start with Tucson?
Yeah.
Tucson after Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tucson's in the 60s. And into the new year, stays in the 60s. And it does have rain on the first few days of the year. And between there and Fargo, the global predictor has it in the teens at the end of the year for highs, lows about 4 degrees, and it snows on the 30th. So we'll have to see about a storm around the 30th.
All right, we'll get out of here before then.
Yep, get out. Get out, Doug. Get out. Hey, before I get back to the calls, a friend of mine's messaging me. Arlington, Harlingen, Harlingen, Texas.
Harlan?
Is that what it is?
Harlington?
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
I've heard of
Where is it
Arlington. Never heard of Harlington. I've heard of Arlington, Texas. Maybe he wants to know for the entire month of January.
That's what the global predictor's for. Everyone should download it right now on the App Store. The Global Predictor app. You can get that, but let me look it up.
All right. And while you're doing that, I'm
Arlington.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Harlingen. I'm Googling it. Harlingen, Texas. Harlingen, Texas is located down near South Padre Island, way down there.
Okay. It's going to be warm. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a safe bet.
They already know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, you're probably right, but let me click on it.
All right.
Because I can go down there. Let me just click on it.
While you're looking for that, let me burn a couple emails up. Dean, how much snow?
Right.
How much snow will Fargo get this winter, Dean? When will your recap of the look into the next 6 months be posted on the website?
I will go through this next week. and by the end of next week or the start of by the middle of the month. I'll fine tune it by the middle of the month. Right now, I'm looking at, and again, a lot of this is
Just get to it.
I'm going to say right now, I mean, if we're doing the contest, 45 inches.
45.
45.
Right. What'd you find out about Texas, Gare?
It's 76 to 80.
There you go for the month of January. No surprise there, down by South Padre Island.
60s early in the month, but then warming up.
Okay. Nathan, Minnesota, you're up, Jay Thomas Show.
Yeah, I'm wondering about West Yellowstone area, February 22nd about. We're going to drive down and do some snowmobiling.
Oh, there you
Nice.
go. May not have to from what I'm hearing, man. Good Lord.
So, yeah. So we'd like some big storms prior and sunny skies when we're there, but I guess we'll see what happens.
No. Hang on, he's looking it up for you. A second.
What are the dates again?
The last few years, we've hit.
What are the dates,
not
Nathan?
Great weather there.
What are the dates?
Like February 22nd.
Feb 22nd.
21st and 22nd.
21st and 22nd of February.
Yellowstone has got 23 for a high. The low of 12.
How's the snow looking out there?
It's got snow on the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th.
Well, there you go.
Should be something.
Yeah, you'll have snow, definitely. Thanks, Nate. Appreciate it. Guys, when will it be safe time for the Fargo area to plant gardens this spring? That's kind of, you're going to have to kind of wait on that one.
Ooh.
That's a little far out.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to have a week-by-week outlook. We'll have it ready within about 30 days.
Okay. Another one, Dean Gary, is there any good news for this winter outlook? Any warm-ups, anything to keep people hopeful, or are we just going to see a complete S show all winter long? Thanks for the doomsday outlooks this year.
No. We'll have our warm-ups. We're not stuck in, Arctic air and snowstorm after snowstorm. We'll have some breaks.
Are we going to see some big warm-ups throughout the winter?
I think more so towards March. You agree?
Well, no kidding.
I mean, significant. Are we going to see any significant in January or February? I don't think anything.
Right now, yeah, Dean, I agree. It's definitely going to warm up in June and July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the day we need to move this Arctic air out, and once you get a big snowpack, it's very difficult to do.
Mm-hmm.
It'll leave Kansas and Missouri and Iowa and Nebraska, but you guys are somewhat in trouble. The warm-ups will maybe get up to 32. It's going to be hard to get above that.
Okay. Hey, another email. Is there a website, guys, that I can go to with a printable calendar to see what the weather is going to be like in Fargo-Moorhead area for the winter?
Well, it's funny.
The global predictor is what you need. Yeah. So if it's only $4.99 a month, and you get it right now, a 14-day trial for free. So if you don't want it, you can use it for 14 days, take all the screenshots and get all your forecasts, but then you won't be there for updates. I don't know why I'm telling you this about my own product, but you can. It's a 14-day trial for free. So go to the App Store and go to Global Predictor app and download it in the Google Play or App Store, or you can get it through weather2020.com as well. And you put in your credit card, but you can cancel within 14 days and you can get all your forecasts.
All right, we've got about 2 minutes left, so we got to do this fast. I got 2 calls. These are the last 2 I can take, so we got to get to Valley News Live. Robert, quickly, what are your dates and where?
Well, anywhere for probably the rest of the winter between here and Waterloo, Iowa. I do drive truck, and that's my route.
All right,
I'm just kind of wondering what the weather is going to be kind of in that. Is it going to be a lot of storms? Is it going to be? Because I know down in that area, they've been getting quite a bit of snow.
And that general trend is going to continue through a lot of the winter. They're going to be hit with the Clipper systems, and then, then when we get these the troughs out west, the Colorado lows, if you will.
Pressures.
Yeah, and if you want, shoot me an email, weather@flagfamily.com, and what I'll do is I'll highlight the peak dates of bad weather for you.
Right, because if you line up, there's a phase one.
weather@flagfamily.com.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it. David, you got about 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Hey, I got a
trip planned from January 12th through the 16th up to the Lake of the Woods. I was wondering what it'd be like from Dilworth up north.
Cold.
Mid-January is one of the peaks of the stormy parts of the LRC cycle up here. Mid-January is one of those peaks.
Perfect. Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
Right.
Appreciate it. Hey, this LRC Winter Outlook Special has been brought to you by Jiffy Lube of Fargo, locally owned, operated, 3 convenient Fargo locations, and you never need an appointment. Premier Building Systems of Fargo, helping farmers, ranchers, and business owners with new all-steel buildings for over 30 years. And again, everybody that's emailed me, I forwarded those emails to Dean. He'll get to them on Monday.
I'll get those next week. And Gary, if anybody wants your product or wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
Right now, go to weather2020.com. You can see all of our products. But the deal I have right now, if you go to weather2020.substack.com, pay the $150, you'll see how this works for the next year, and I'll give you a lifetime subscription to that.
Well, you can't beat that.
No kidding.
That's better than Black Friday.
Exactly.
And folks, if you missed any of this audio, we upload both the video at our 970 WDAY YouTube page. That way you have the ability to see the screens that were put up and all of that stuff, and the audio at WDAYradionow.com.
Well, that, and you can go anywhere where you get podcasting.
Yes.
It's just on Spotify. It's Apple,
Google
all that
Podcast,
stuff. Yeah,
Apple,
exactly.
everything. Yep.
It's all over the place.
All right.
All right, Gary, thanks, buddy. You suck, but thank you.
Thanks.
I know.
70
I'm going to
inches.
bring some warmer weather your way, I promise.
Please do. Please
Thanks,
do.
Gary.
Hey, keep the snow in the Rockies, baby. All right. All right, Dino, appreciate it, buddy.
You got it, man.
Folks, Valley News Live is next. Enjoy the weekend. We'll talk to you Monday at 2.